updates that have been coming in the inside track, because we have seen ever since this morning back-to-back developments, back-to-back drama that has been playing out. But is it for the cameras? What's the story behind it? Let's get you exactly what's been happening behind the scenes. Now, what has been happened that a few days back, if you remember, D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister, had made a social media post online where he had suggested saying that word power is world power. Now it seems as this very same post had irked the party high command. What has now been said through sources that Rahul Gandhi summoned Priyank Kharge and asked him to convey his displeasure to these leaders. Priyank Kharge seems to have conveyed to D.K. Shivkumar is not budging, and the issue which is now affecting the state administration. Then another leader, K.C. Venugopal, called both of them to come together for an amicable solution between themselves before coming to Delhi. So remains to be seen if both of the leaders will be going to Delhi or not, but seems like all of the issues, at least in front of the cameras, that they blame that probably the media is responsible and the opposition BJP, but is it really all over or not? And how long is this truce going to last? Neha and Imran connected with us. Good afternoon to both of you. Well, Imran, it's been a very dramatic Saturday morning that we are looking at until the afternoon today. The behind story now seems to be coming out as to why the High Command ordered both of the leaders to get together, to talk it out, to have breakfast, and for, at least for the people there to convey that everything is well within the party, sab kuch theek hai. But what really happened and what really led up to this meeting happening today, the breakfast meeting happening today? What's the inside story?
Well, there's a series of meetings being done by D.K. Shivkumar supporters, them traveling to Delhi, and also constant media coverage over it, and also the fact that the constant tweets by the Deputy Chief Minister, and one particular tweet about the word power has really got the High Command, and they asked both the leaders to come together to come with a solution on this issue, or at least for now have a ceasefire till the High Command decides further on this issue. Now both the leaders met today. They tried to put up a united front, saying that they are all together. There is good bond harmony between them, but beneath that, all that facade was that they both are under the D.K. Shivkumar is unhappy with the outcome of the meeting. What we're getting to know is that he will not renewed his he will not let go of his demand for the Chief Minister change. We have to see what his next moves are. But as we speak, there's also a meeting happening at Delhi with at Kharge's residence of Rahul Gandhi, and we are getting to know that after this meeting, a meeting will be done with the High Command to apprise the situation. So High Command is likely to, with the meeting tomorrow, likely to call both of them for further discussion. Whether it will happen or not, we know to say that. But till the assembly session is over, this issue will not be as of right now. It's a temporary truce is what we can say at the moment.
All right, remains to be seen what happens now, because there has been a lot of back and forth that seems to be happening right from Bengaluru to the national capital. And as far as all of the posts that have been put up now by D.K. Shivkumar and the response that is now coming in from his party chief minister, Siddaramaiah itself, it's been very closely watched and scrutinized as well by media and by public at large. So let's put out this lengthy post by D.K. Shivkumar now, because after this meeting, the breakfast meeting over idlis and upmas that happened this morning, he has now put up a lengthy post on that very short briefing that happened in front of the media. And to his left was the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. They wanted to put out a united front as a show of strength, but is everything all right between two of them and within Karnataka Congress? Well, he seems to have put that out, his thoughts in this post on social media. D.K. Shivkumar saying, and that picture that has also been posted of the two of them sitting together while the briefing was happening, saying that we abide by the High Command. That's the first sentence, the first line, saying the onus, the ball is back in the court of the High Command. We abide by the High Command. He says, today I and the Honorable Chief Minister had a breakfast meeting. The CM will be coming to my house for lunch or dinner in the next few days as well. We have joined together, we have worked together, the workers of the state have supported us, and the people of Karnataka have blessed us with a massive mandate. Whatever promises we have given to the people, it is our bound duty to deliver them. Then he says it is our responsibility to fulfill every commitment made to the people, and we are fortunate to have your support. We are delivering a government focused on good governance, and we discussed the strategy for 2028 and the upcoming assembly session from the 8th December. So we are fully prepared to tackle and answer the opposition. So as far as what really could be coming out of this particular portion or this excerpt from his post, because he keeps on mentioning the people and the governance and the promises made to the people again and again. Why? Because the opposition, both the BJP and the JDS, have been raising the point that the current Karnataka Congress Sarkar doesn't care about the people at all. DK Shivkumar further goes on to say that as far as the leadership issue is concerned, we will go by the decision of the party high command. Same line now being repeated here. He says, we have always been loyal soldiers of the party. We are party workers. We are confident that Karnataka will play a major role. We will repeat government at 2028 and will move forward in 2029 as well under the leadership of Sri Mallikarjun Kharge and Sri Rahul Gandhi. And it is a commitment to deliver for the people of Karnataka. But what happens when 2028 comes? Let's connect with Neha on this. Neha, because before 2028, it's the upcoming session of the assembly as well. Have the party leaders have now been asked to maintain status quo so that they can put up a united front and take on the BJP and the opposition JDS, because the BJP in a way was also mulling that they should get in a president's rule in the state because the current state government appears to be unstable. Neha.
Well, Amita, we've spoken to many Congress leaders and they say that, the BJP can claim whatever it wants to. The BJP can say that it would like a president's rule or that they would like to move a no confidence motion, but that legally the BJP doesn't have any stand right now to be able to do any of this, given that their numbers are at the bare minimum. Well, even when the Deputy Chief Minister and the Chief Minister were questioned about the exact same statement that had come in from a few BJP leaders like Mr. Basavaraj Bommai and others, saying that they would attempt to move a no-confidence motion against the Chief Minister, the question, of course, legally that arises is, does the BJP have the numbers to be able to do something like this right now, even with the support of the JDS? The answer is no. Of course, one thing that we do know is that with the winter assembly session of, the state approaching and fast approaching, barely a couple of days left now, the government would like to have this crisis resolved at the earliest, as they would need to put up a united front as far as the Karnataka Assembly is concerned, because this is clearly not something that the opposition in the state, that's the BJP, is going to be letting go of anytime soon.
All right. Well, remains to be seen there, because BJP certainly is not letting go of the issue the entire time, right from, the breakfast meeting that was about to begin till the time the breakfast was happening, and also when the breakfast meeting ended. We have been continuously getting reactions coming in from the BJP and the JDS as well. Let's put that out as far as this briefing is concerned, putting a timeline of what happened really this morning, on this Saturday morning, where we are looking at about 9:30 a.m. was the time that was given to DK Shivkumar to visit Siddaramaia's residence. The Chief Minister himself said that it was the party high command who ordered him that he has to take up that position and that stand and has to invite DK Shivkumar for over breakfast, and then both of them can amicably, solve their problems or the crisis within the party. DK Shivkumar apparently made the Chief Minister wait for nearly half an hour, and it was around 10 a.m. where we look at a lot of movement there, where DK Shivkumar finally left from his residence. Barely within 10 minutes, he reached Siddaramaia's residence, and upon reaching, immediately pictures were shared on their social media handle of both of them interacting. Then the breakfast meeting over idli sambar that happened, and thereafter a short briefing that also followed, putting them together in a same frame and also projecting a picture that all is well within the party. Here's what both of the leaders said.
The unity will continue. We are together, myself and the President of the KPCC and Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. DK Shivkumar, and myself are single. We are you are united. You are united, and there is no differences between DK Shivkumar and myself.
Today I am very happy that all of you have come for our press conference. Today myself and the Honorable Chief Minister, we had a breakfast meeting, and Mr. CM is also going to come for a lunch or dinner within next few days to my residence. We all have joined together, we have worked together. The party, as the entire workers of the state, have jointly supported us, and the people of Karnataka has blessed us with a massive mandate. Whatever promises we have given to the people of Karnataka, it is our bound duty to deliver everything. The promises, whatever we had given to them, we have delivered. At the same time, we are fortunate with all your cooperation and all the legislature's cooperation. We are giving a government with a good governance. We will continue to do so. Today, we discussed the strategy of 28. We discussed the strategy of 28 assembly session, which is going to be held. How to tackle the opposition party. We will do it. Whatever they do politics, they may try to create a lot of issues. We are ready to answer to them. As far as political issues is concerned, the leadership issue is concerned, we go by my party high command. Whatever my party high command tells, it is our decision. At utmost, we all are the basic party workers to keep our party regime very high. We know the party is in difficult stage in our country, but still we have confidence. Karnataka will take a major role, repeat in 28, and will take forward in 29. Again, under the leadership of Mallikarjun Kharge ji and Rahul ji, we are confident that we will come back and we will support 29 to bring them back to power. That is our commitment. We have taken an oath. We will do that, and we will deliver for the people of Karnataka.
So if you notice and listen carefully, on one thing that both of the leaders are actually on the same page is we will obey the party high command. High command is something that has been repeated umpteen times by both of them. And on a pointed question that was asked by our Times Now reporters there to both of the leaders there, especially what happens from here on and the remainder of the 2.5-year term that still remains of the Karnataka Congress, this is how the Chief Minister reacted.
Sir, can you clarify if the 2.5 years agreement is there or not?
Huh?
2.5 years agreement.
No, whatever High Command tells.
So, is there agreement? The agreement is there 2.5 years or not?
ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. Whatever High Command tells, you will obey.
Sir, at least,
You understood it or not?
No, I agree.
This is my reply to your question.
Sir, status quo till assembly.
See, we go together. There are no differences between me and DK Shivakumar. We face the election, assembly. We have worked out a strategy how to face the BJP and JDS.
So that is the same thing coming in from both of the leaders there, that we will obey what the party high command has to tell us. But taking a jibe and taking full opportunity, here is the BJP and other leaders from the JDS who have been reacting, saying that this exactly what has been served in today's menu as far as the breakfast is concerned, and it is definitely not governance and not the people of Karnataka, but a power tussle between the two camps.
The Congress High Command is weak High Command. That's why the power sharing, 2.5 years power sharing, that have to implement. That's a demand of DK Kumar. But Siddaramaiah is not leaving. Last 1 year, there is no development, there is no coordination between the CM, Deputy CM, entire state confusion. Who is the CM? So this is happening. This is the worst for the development and administration. The worst scenario we are seeing in Karnataka.
Today, Best Actor and Supporting Actor award should go to Mr. Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar, because they are saying nothing is wrong, everything is good, we are united, no confusion. Mr. Kharge has acknowledged that there is confusion, that there is an issue to be fixed, that there is medicine that needs to be administered, there is a problem. Mr. Parameshwar has said that even I am a contender in the race of CM. Mr. Siddaramaiah has said that the confusion should be sorted out by High Command. Mr. Shivakumar has said that there is a secret deal. There is no makeup. There is complete breakdown. And in this breakdown, the people of Karnataka are suffering because they put power above people. They put satta above janta. What is Congress doing? It is only interested in the fight for chair.
I don't want to discuss all those things. Drama is going on. Ultimate drama, final stage, what will it become? We are eagerly waiting.
today the Congress are serving idlis, but they're just united for breakfast. But unfortunately, as a whole, Congress is being divided as a party. We are not expecting anything out of this. But unfortunately, here the sufferers are people of Karnataka when the Congress has gotten a clear mandate of 136 seats. I mean, as I was speaking very clearly now, they themselves had delivered certain promises, but they have to question themselves whether they have been able to keep up the promises.
So another development that we are getting to know, as per sources, what we are picking up, that both of the leaders are likely to be summoned to Delhi maybe tomorrow or day after. Both of the leaders comprising Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and his deputy D.K. Shivkumar, as their supporters have been already camping in Delhi, but now it seems, Neha, that United Front, breakfast done, maybe lunch or dinner in the course of the next few days, but now they are expectedly being summoned to Delhi as well.
Well, that's right. Of course, it seems like at this point, there are, of course, hectic developments that are taking place politically in the state of Karnataka. Even as we're outside the residence of the Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar right now in Sadashiv Nagar in Bengaluru, we're picking up the latest that's coming in right now is that he's likely to be heading to Mandya to offer some prayers at a temple with his family. A private, a spiritual visit, of course, is what this is being termed as right now. These are what our sources are informing us. Of course, while it really remains to be seen, it's only once he comes out, of course, that we would be able to ask him about the same.
Right, but as far as these developments are concerned, what really happens from here on? Because are they now, what happens to the camps who are already there in Delhi? They will be also summoned back? Or, because they have been very vocal, Neha, in a way saying that 200% D.K. Shivkumar is becoming the next Chief Minister. What happens to those camps then?
Well, of course, understandably so, the factionalism that we're seeing right now within the Congress party in the state of Karnataka has been quite evident. We've seen that there have been camps now that have gone down to Delhi in support of the Deputy Chief Minister. There have been other camps now that have written to the High Command saying that, the Kurba Chief Minister Siddaramaiah should continue. And even as we're seeing, of course, this divide that's there out in the open right now, it's probably just a matter of time before both the senior leaders are summoned to Delhi and some kind of decision is arrived upon. With the winter assembly session fast approaching right now, this is not something that the government would want to go into the assembly with.
3-4 hours, all the developments that has been taking place, mainly all of the action has happened in Bengaluru now. It's likely that the action will shift to the national capital as both of the leaders are said to have been summoned either tomorrow or day after. But this breakfast meeting is over. United Front that has been put up, the blame has been shifted now to the opposition. But what has now been said that both of the leaders, Siddaramaiah and his deputy, have now been asked to maintain status quo by the party high command. Neha, Imran, thank you very much for joining in with